Now on set with his take. Joe, there's so much to break down here.
Yeah.
When did these tests come back? Why did they come back during the middle of the show? Why were they physically separated, then immediately out of the blue booted off the set? When you look at all of this, what do you make of it?
I make of it, my wife's an ER doctor. She literally administers COVID tests, has for the past 20 months. I don't understand. When you have the second most powerful person in the country, Kamala Harris, in your studio, you're taking your COVID tests. How long before the show? Because from what I understand, it takes 5, 10, maybe 15 minutes to get those test results back. So did they take these tests 2 minutes before they went to air?
Right.
So then for them to be on set and then to be dragged off, and no one also talks about Whoopi Goldberg wasn't there as well. Now, Joy Behar said she had sciatica and she couldn't come in. But again, you have Kamala Harris there. So their 3 of your 5 hosts aren't there after the first 10 minutes of the show. And then Kamala Harris for a half hour, you don't know where she is, because she was somewhere in the building. She eventually joins from what looks like a storage closet. You'd think ABC would have another studio laying around, but no. All of it just led to complete and total chaos, as you say. It was a train wreck. And then when we finally got to questions, Will, those were train wrecks as well, because there you had the vice president not asked about those drone strikes in Afghanistan, about the FDA not approving booster shots when the Biden administration said they would be coming. You could go on and on. The French ambassador excusing himself from the United States. All of those things couldn't be asked about. It was all to give the vice president confidence at a time when she's polling at 35%.
And you know, Joe, I mean, it just shows the charade, the kabuki theater, the falsehood of this entire enterprise, because the remaining hosts left on set, they would have been exposed to Anna and Sonny. Contact tracing would have required that they be kicked off the set as well. So I don't understand what was being accomplished through this entire chaos. Not much is the answer.
And remember, by the way, Joy Behar, throughout the entire show after, kept coughing loudly over and over again. She's nearly 80. If there's anybody you get off the set, it's her. But no, she stayed.
Well, here's you mentioned the interview with Vice President Harris and the lack of tough questions on any important issues that this country is facing. And here's why: because the administration is just not used to facing difficult questions. And here's Joe Biden talking about that, talking about, in essence, the tame American press. Watch this.
What we're going to do is bring in the press. The Indian press is much better behaved than the American press. I got to watch out. And I think, with your permission, we should not answer questions because they won't ask any questions on point.
He says the American press is unruly. You should visit Great Britain or some other country with a really confrontational press.
Yeah.
And he's begging for a more behaved press corps.
Wow, you want to play a game where you close your eyes and then you think it's 2019 again? And if Donald Trump ever said that with a foreign leader, it would be a chilling attack on the free and fair press. That's what we'd be hearing. And the president could speak that way about the American press because he knows he can get away with it. He did it last week with Boris Johnson, the British prime minister, where Johnson said, I think I'd like to take questions. And then Biden says, good luck. And then in the middle of one of Johnson's answers, here you have the White House communications team led by Jen Psaki screaming at reporters to get out of the room to protect their guy. Because to your point, he won't answer the tough questions. But here's the thing. It ain't working well. He's at 31% approval in Iowa, 38% approval Georgia, 40 as in 40% approval in Florida, North Carolina, 41% approval in Pennsylvania. If those numbers are remotely like that, because these are Democrat-leaning polls, when we get to 2022 and 2024, bye-bye House, bye-bye Senate, bye-bye Joe Biden, Kamala Harris.
Those are fascinating numbers. And the issues are there, the crises are there to back up that opinion. Joe, my opinion is you did a very good job this morning. Thank you so much.
And Rachel and Pete, you're all the mainstream media. I agree.
Right.
Great job.
All right, man. I'll see you later.
All right, man.